Alrighty, first things first. How's everybody doing today? This is Dustin with Dustin's Collecting and Detecting. I hope everyone's doing good. Last night, I was on my Facebook group, United States Coin Community for Learning, which is basically the sister site of this channel. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. Okay, back on track. Some of the members and I was talking about organization of coins, and to me, that's a pretty important part in collecting. There are tons of different supplies and ways to organize your stuff, but everyone's different, so to one person, the way I do things might not work for others. And that's okay. It doesn't make it wrong. Probably one of the most widely used item in coin collecting is the 2x2 cardboard flip. They're fairly cheap, which makes them disposable, so you're not having to worry about them too much. They're also simple to use. Put your coin in, throw in a few staples to hold your coin in. They also have the vinyl non-plasticized flips, which are probably my favorite flip to use because it has a pocket on each side, so you can label it on one side with a piece of paper and put your coin on the other. Also, you have no need to staple it, which decreases your chance of scratching your coin up, which is always a good thing because nobody wants to scratch up their coin. They also make some pretty neat sheets to put your coins in as well. It's a lot like the pages you put your baseball cards in when you were a child, or even an adult like me, but it's for coins instead. Most people will take a cardboard flip, label it, and put it inside one of these sheets. I will say though, when buying these sheets, I recommend getting the thicker ones because the thinner types seem to rip when you insert or you take out your coin, which can be frustrating at times. It's happened to me a lot when I first started using them, and it really got on my nerves quite a bit. But anyway, I know to most, a stapler is just a stapler, but there are a few different types. Like plastic staplers or heavy-duty metal staplers, and they even have electronic staplers. But my favorite stapler is just a heavy-duty stapler made of metal that staples two different ways. One staples to where the staple sticks up and the points curve back on itself, and the other setting will staple it flat, which is the preferred method for a 2x2 flip, so you can put them in your vinyl sheets without it hanging up and ripping your plastic page. If you don't want to mess with getting a new stapler with this feature, you can always get a pair of pliers and flatten the staple out, which is one way that I done it a lot when I first started, and it works just as good as the fancy staplers. It's totally up to you. If you're a coin roll hunter like me, which I know most of you watching my videos are, you've probably heard of people using the plastic tackle boxes for separating your coins. Whether you want to separate them by decade or by year and mint mark, either way, these boxes have plenty of room to do it, however you like. Some people will put labels inside each of the parts of the box so they don't have to worry about what goes where. You can buy these at any tackle store or Walmart for around $4 to $10, depending on the size you pick. They also make some of these plastic containers specifically for putting coins in. They have slots to put airtight capsules inside them. Now, for the people who like to collect rolls of each era variety or rolls of each year in mint mark, they also make coin tubes, which in my opinion are much better than putting them in an actual paper roll. For one, they keep contaminants out and also help against toning, unlike the paper rolls, because they aren't sealed on both ends. They also make storage boxes to hold these type of coin tubes. That way you can keep all of the nice and organized. You can find these coin tubes at most local coin shops as well as online. Online is my preferred method because you can get whatever size tube you need, unlike at a coin shop that usually only carry a select few. But they may possibly order the ones you're looking for if you get in good with them. When it comes to collecting an entire series, this is where organization really comes into play. Now, there are several ways you can do this, but the ones that come to mind are books and storage boxes. The books are very popular among collectors because they're already labeled with the dates and mint marks, so all you have to do is put your coin in the correct slot. You can also buy separate pages in case your book only goes to a certain year and you need more room for the new years that haven't been minted yet. There are several different brands of books, which means you will have some cheaper than others. One of the problems with some of these books, especially the cheap ones, you have to worry about them sitting inside the books for long periods of time, and a lot of times they will start toning. The toning is from a mixture of the air getting to the coins, moisture, and the chemicals inside of the cardboard. So you think about that before you put your collection inside of a book you aren't 100% sure about what it's made out of. Another common way to store your series of coins is in a storage box. They make these boxes in different sizes, usually for coins in 2x2 flips and coins that are encapsulated in a graded holder. You can also buy your own snap-together holders to use for your coins for these storage boxes, so you don't have to go out and have every single coin you own graded just to put in this container, because that'd be pretty expensive. Now that I covered the basics on the different types of holders and containers, I want to talk about a couple different ways to label your coins. We can start with the simplest and most common way, which is a pen, marker, or pencil. This way you can just make a little piece of paper and write on it and put it in your 2x2. You can always use a pen and put it on your 2x2 directly, which is what I prefer because it's the most simplest, and to me it's the most effective. Another way you could use to label is a label maker machine. With this machine, it gives your collection a more professional look to it. And when I first started collecting, I just used the pen, and the more that I've gotten, the more advanced I've gotten, the more I like using a label maker. And I feel like a lot of the older collectors, they enjoy using the label makers as well. While these machines can sometimes cost a pretty penny, to most die-hard collectors, it's worth the money. The machine guarantees that the words will be neat and uniform every time, and the labels are sticky on one side, so you can use it to label your containers, your 2x2s, vinyl flips, storage boxes, drawers, and really whatever your collecting heart desires. There's one more aspect of labeling I want to point out on before I finish this video, and that's about keeping track of your collection. This question gets asked a lot on our Facebook group. Some want to keep up with it for insurance purposes or theft, or just because they like to be able to look at what all they have without having to dig through every single coin just to check. One of my moderators on our Facebook group uses a program to keep track of each coin he has, from denomination, mint mark, type, grade, error, variety, value, and pictures. The way he has the system, it ensures that he has all the information he needs to check his collection for future sales, purchases, or in case of tragedy, he will be able to claim it on his insurance with no issues. If you have the time and patience to do this, I suggest everyone do this. If not for protection, then do it just to help with organizing your collection. Alright everybody, that's all I got for now. I know there are tons more of other things you can use and do to help with organization other than what I listed. So feel free to research and find what fits your personal needs. I appreciate you all watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new out of it. Feel free to hit that like button, share with your friends, your family, other coin collectors, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell to get new content as soon as it's uploaded. Good luck, everybody. Happy hunting. God bless you. From Dustin's Collecting and Detecting.